all your favorite hats at the same time? Well, we wouldn't either. That is why we suggest you use only what you need. Switch off all electrical appliances and lights in our newsrooms. Remember, use only what you need and save power today. Switch and save. Zesco, powering the nation.
Apple Max. Take it to the max.
If a picture is worth 1,000 words.
Mom, this boy is a handful.
As if you were any different.
Then what about a memory? And I'll say a lifetime of stories. Wash away the dirt and not the memories with Boom Bubble Plus washing powder.
Boom, and the dirt is gone. Introducing the Smart Kicker from iConnect, the most affordable smartphone on the market. With a follow focus capable 2-megapixel camera, you can't miss out on any of the action. Over 400 hours of standby battery time and 32 gig external memory. That's more than enough space for all your series, music, pics, apps and games. Get yours today from iConnect for a limited offer of only 499 kwacha, including 300 MB iSpot internet from iConnect. The Smart Kicker, available at iConnect. iConnect, make it happen.
The big day, everybody, and tonight we'll witness history in the making, y'all. Maki 2 all the way from Kukopala versus Slapdism and Nizzle. The moment you've all been waiting for. Maki 2 versus Slapdism.
Here's what you all been missing. Monster flows, fire flows, Munga mu kitchen. Flavor ikupa so can you upanga decision. Bigger than us, means you and the mission.
Down Biggie Man International, you man got see ever they have to know. Nobody on the corner got swagger like us, but yeah, the one is bigger than us.
This moment is bigger than us.
Yeah, Tikurilako is bigger than us.
Both of us, me and you, is bigger than us. Bigger than us.
Monster Pops are not just big, they're monster big. Try out our Wacky Fusion, Magic Forest, Tongue Painter, and Black Forests. Monster Pops, the biggest pop in town.
Want to just get out of town with your friends and family? Are you having a corporate getaway and have no adequate transport? Then this here is what you need to listen to. A brand new 35-seater Yutong luxury bus is now up for hire at an affordable and negotiable rate. It comes fully equipped with aircon, TV for your relaxation, music soothing your trip, and DVD players to give you variety. Book now by calling 0955 0966 or 977 844 141.
What makes the new Yo-Yo Chipsy so unique? 100% natural ingredients. Nothing artificial. Just a pure experience of freshness. potato chips. We know you'll love them.
Hey girl, what's your name? Let me talk to you for just a minute. Where you live and what you like to do?
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
Okay, I'm just trying to get with someone real cause you look so free. So let's chill, have a drink with a guy like me.
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
A quality product from Californian Beverages.
Jungle.
Thank you so much for making your time with us, and welcome to Prime TV's main news. To begin, we look at the headlines. About 50 people injured in an accident in Chiwombo district. Voter apathy characterizes Chawama by-election. Why WCA concerned with escalating numbers of early pregnancies in Zambia. And in foreign news, at least 2,000 women abducted by Boko Haram. These and other stories coming up. The details, my name is Daniel Tonga. About 50 people have sustained serious injuries after the Power Tools bus they were traveling in overturned 3 times in Chiwombo district along a Great North Road. The accident happened around midnight on Tuesday as the bus registration number APX 7615 was heading to Lusaka from Kitwe. And a police spokesperson, Charity Chanda, says the injured, including the driver, were taken to Liteta Mission Hospital, while others who sustained serious injuries have been referred to University Teaching Hospital, UTH. Meanwhile, UTH Assistant Public Relations Manager, Ms. Mashkolo Natali, has described the condition of those admitted to UTH as stable. And some victims talked to by Prime TV say the bus driver was over speeding.
After 2 minutes tufiyayo twachenda na basi yakiribuka n'okusimbuka yakiba muri speed
yakirahita over speed
side kuchibongo katisha chibongo chishibeko na bino apapendi pakati pa koko twachira
mwashira 10 kukawe
mwashira 10 kukite.
As at 23 hours, we received 20 accident victims from the Power Tools bus, and 8 were admitted. And we had 3 males and 5 females, and 3 babies have so far been discharged. Their condition is stable. Those that were seen, some of them just had minor injuries. They were told to go home after being seen. And interestingly enough, on that bus there was a couple that had wedded on Sunday, but we thank God that they are alive and they've also gone home.
Friends of President Edgar Lungu, FOP, has expressed confidence that the ruling Patriotic Front will scoop the 2016 general elections as there is no strong opposition political party. FOP Country Director Emmanuel Chilekwa has stressed that the PF government has proven to people that it is committed to improving the lives of Zambians by improving the country's economy. Mr. Chilekwa has further noted that the votes that went missing in most provinces around the country during the January 20th by-election were extra votes for the Patriotic Front, and even without campaigning, the ruling party will have won the election. Mr. Chilekwa said this on Prime's TV Morning Prime.
There is no political party that is going to take over from the PF. The reason is, they have, by the way, let me tell you why Edgar Chagwa and the PF are going to win in 2016. All the votes in Muchinga, Eastern Province, Luapula Province, Copper Belt Province, Northern Province, these votes which were misplaced, I hope you understand what I'm saying. These are extra votes for one Edgar Chagwa Lungu. Now that tells you that even if Edgar Chagwa Lungu in or the PF in 2016 will not go out to campaign, he has still won, because if you just take the other half of Zambia, Edgar Chagwa Lungu has 3.5 million votes, plus the new ones that will be coming, maybe another 2. He has about 5 million votes. It has to take a huge mountain for anyone to come and defeat Edgar Chagwa Lungu or the PF. The PF will still be in government. It doesn't matter whether it rains or it doesn't rain.
Young Women Christian Association YWCA says it is working on a number of projects to help curb the escalating numbers of early pregnancies in the country. YWCA Executive Director Patricia Ndlovu says it is alarming that Zambia has continued to record high numbers of early pregnancies despite the sensitization programs being undertaken by various NGOs. She has noted that there is need for healthcare centers to create a friendly environment for young women to be able to access various contraceptives without being intimidated. Ms. Ndlovu has further urged young women in the country to ensure that they take all measures possible to avoid abortions and early pregnancies.
About issues of abortion, our role as an organization is we provide counseling to the young people, because when they get pregnant, one of the things that run through the young people's mind is abortion. They want to abort maybe because if their parents, sometimes if they are scared that if their parents find out, they're going to be in problems. But then a decision was taken that resulted in them getting pregnant. So we as an organization provide counseling, and for other services such as abortion or any other services beyond that, we make referral to our partners who deal directly with issues of abortion. So education is very important to you young ladies, and sexual reproductive health services are available and they are free of charge. Access them and use them wisely, but also, most importantly, prioritize what you want to do in life. What is it that you want to do? Do you want to be a vice president? Then set your goals and take a path that will lead you to becoming a vice president in the future.
Livestock farmers in Zambezi East Bank of Kashima village have expressed worry over the continued attacks of their cattle by crocodiles. The farmers are appealing to the government through the Ministry of Tourism to send Zambia wildlife officers to the area to kill the crocodiles attacking their cattle. And one of the farmers, Daudi Sakatengo, who has lost some animals in the recent attacks, has implored relevant authorities to quickly intervene before more animals are lost in the area. Mr. Sakatengo was speaking to National Agricultural Information Services NAIS in Zambezi.
Also no tulina ukalu muno mu Zambezi district momu to vangombe twapita ngana ya minguli na vangombe wako heta ko 110 oloze unonyi kuputuka last month vangombe wanakwate kusetwala mina vangombe ukashima wanakwate vangombe almost na wako heta ku 5 hali ya mewa kwa tangako umwe na yuose na wanamuli olose kuli mkwabo oba kwa tanga baba tulanga kahamukila so kwa litulu ikenyu wape olose mukila wana wabatula kulingando kahatuna kulombako ku government vakazawake chiwezenga mangana watu kafweko kupululula baze bangombe mangana uze upite uyenga kuluta.
Chawama constituency in Lusaka has seen one of the worst low voter turnout in the recent held by-elections. A check by Prime TV in Chawama found many polling stations in the area almost empty, with few people turning up to cast their vote. Some people talked to have attributed the low voter turnout in Chawama to lack of seriousness by government to declare 14th April a holiday. They say if government had this day declared a holiday, many people would have been allowed to go and cast their vote. But some other Chawama residents have blamed the rainy weather condition as the cause of the low voter turnout in Chawama. In Masaiti and Senga Hill, a considerable number of people turned out to cast their vote in the by-elections.
But otherwise not to vote. Okay. Bambi wa chero chero sana 05. Okay. Cheko chetu batipasa che afundi. Ngise benza ku as a construction company. So but ngati mayanga na bag ya matuzi. So bambi dibakaribu na bakaribu kubwera. Kuvota mvota. Na vote ngati manyonga. It being a working day, maybe that is the reason why there's a low voter turnout.
Voting has closed in all the three constituencies in Masaiti, Senga Hill and Chawama. Voting started at 06 hours in the morning and closed at 18 hours. Our journalist Martha Namanje is in Senga Hill and she is on the line. Martha, thank you so much for joining us, and could you kindly bring us up to date of what is happening in Senga Hill as of now? Martha, can you get us? Hello, Martha.
Hello.
Yes, Martha, through. Could you just kindly bring us up to date of what happened in Senga Hill? Because we do understand that you are in Senga Hill as of now.
Hello.
You can go ahead, Martha. Yeah, can you just kindly bring us up to date? Let's just redo it. What?
Hello. I'm right now at Mambo Mission, a totaling center for the Senga Hill parliamentary by-election. All polling stations closed at exactly 18 hours, and we are waiting the arrival of the ballot papers from other polling stations. And Senga Hill has a total of 47 polling stations. So far, only Mambo Mission has counted the votes. And I must make mention that before I give you the results for the Mambo Mission polling station, I must make mention that the voter turnout has been rather poor. There has been voter apathy, and this has been attributed to various reasons, such as long distances between polling stations. Most people felt they couldn't walk from one polling station to the other, or from their places to the polling stations. Then also the road is not so good, and the other reason also has been that there hasn't been enough sensitization. Also, one major reason has been that the total registered voters for the Senga Hill constituency is 32,000, but there hasn't been enough sensitization in that others may have moved from the constituency. They would have moved from Northern Province to other places. But all in all, the good thing of it all is that there hasn't been any violence that has been recorded in all the 47 polling stations. And so far, like I mentioned earlier, for Mambo Mission, the votes that have been counted, and from the 765 registered voters, 412 cast their votes. And the results are as follows for Mambo Mission. The PF candidate, who's Kapembwa Simbao, got 93 votes. The PF candidate, Kapembwa Simbao, got 93 votes. And the UPND's candidate, Gilles Yamba, got 312. The UPND's candidate, Gilles Yamba, got 312 votes. These are the results that have been counted at the Mambo Mission, which is the total center as well as the polling station. So far, we await the other results that will be counted from the remaining 46 polling stations. And I will get back to you with other updates when we go maybe even halfway. But we don't expect the total result for the entire constituency, not anytime soon, because looking at the road terrain, which is very bad, and the rains that have been in the constituency on this end, it might take more time before even the ballot papers come in from the other constituencies. So I'm still here at Mambo Mission, and I will continue giving you updates as we go.
Well, thank you very much, Martha, for talking to us. Well, thank you very much, Martha, for talking to us. That's our journalist, Martha Namanje, who is in Senga Hill, just giving us an update on the by-elections that are currently taking place in Senga Hill. We are now taking our first break. Join us for other interesting news items coming up after this.
It starts with a single seed. Patience. Dedication. Attention to detail.
I'ma sip it up, everybody sipping, I'ma sip my hill.
It's here, I'ma sip my hill. Eat well, drink well, feel good.
Would you wear all your favorite hats at the same time? Well, we wouldn't either. That is why we suggest you use only what you need. Switch off all electrical appliances and lights in our newsrooms. Remember, use only what you need and save power today. Switch and save. Zesco, powering the nation.
What's your name? Let me talk to you for just a minute. Where you live and what you like to do?
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
Okay, I'm just trying to get with someone real cause you look so free. So let's chill, have a drink with a guy like me.
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
A quality product from Californian Beverages.
Fun. Style. Freshness. Great taste. It's here. It's fun. It looks cool. And it tastes great. Are you ready?
Shake, 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 shake and sip.
Introducing Shake and Sip, the new irresistibly smooth fruity milk.
Potato sticks, freaky fries. Get that awesome crunch.
Welcome back, and now other stories. President Edgar Chagwa Lungu has appointed Justice Esau Chulu as chairperson of the Electoral Commission of Zambia, ECZ, subject to ratification by the National Assembly. This is according to a press statement issued by the Special Assistant to the President for Press and Public Relations, Amos Chanda. President Lungu has also appointed Ms. Emily Sikazwe and Mr. David Matongo as commissioners of the ECZ, subject to ratification by the National Assembly. Justice Chulu is currently serving as a commissioner on the ECZ and will replace Honorable Justice Irene Mambilima, who is now Chief Justice. Ms. Sikazwe will replace the late Ms. Miniva Tembo, and Mr. Matongo will fill vacancy to be left by Justice Chulu. Meanwhile, the President has reappointed Professor Patrick Mvunga as chairperson of the Judicial Complaints Authority, with Justice Christopher Mushawati and Lusaka lawyer Ms. Mwangala Zalomes to continue as members. The head of state has appointed Justice Martin Imasiku and former ACC Director General Mr. Nixon Banda as new members of the Judicial Complaints Authority. The President has reminded the commissioners that corruption is a serious crime against development whose consequences are borne more by the poor and vulnerable people. Zambia Alliance of Women, ZAW, has called for concerted efforts in giving land ownership to women in the country. ZAW spokesperson Caesar Katebe says at the moment there is no land policy in the country that protects the rights of women to own land. Mr. Katebe says women are the major contributors to land and they are given little recognition as the men still dominate. He says despite government putting up measures such as the gender policy for 2002, a lot more still needs to be done so that women have equal rights to land allocation. Mr. Katebe has noted that Zambia is still grappling with land laws, which has been one of the major contributors to women not being recognized in the male-dominated environments.
Noted as Zambia Alliance of Women is that despite government having made attempts to include women to own land through policy provisions, for example, the gender policy of 2002, where government has categorically put it that for women who are, for land that is earmarked for development, 30% of that land is supposed to be allocated to women, and then the 70% is supposed to be competed against the women, men and women. However, that policy pronouncement is still inadequate, taking into account that even when this is a policy guideline, most local authorities who have a delegated authority by Ministry of Lands to administer land are not following that policy pronouncements. But there are a few cases of local authorities who are doing quite well.
The Grand Coalition on the Campaign for a People-Driven Constitution has reiterated the need for Patriotic Front government to facilitate the adoption of the Constitution through a national referendum. Grand Coalition Chairperson Father Leonard Chiti says there is need to ensure the enactment of a people-driven constitution before the 2016 elections. Father Chiti says the Grand Coalition has resolved to use all lawful means to ensure Zambia is governed through a new constitution after the 2016 elections. He adds that the Grand Coalition maintains that the Zambian people are determined to have a new constitution adopted through a national referendum before 2016. Father Chiti said this in a statement released to Prime TV. He says it is sad to note that the government is backpedaling on its promise to facilitate for a people-driven constitution. MMD National Youth Secretary Bowman Lusambo has expressed disappointment over lack of professionalism exhibited by some named newspaper. Mr. Lusambo says some newspapers feel that attacking President Lungu would increase their sales, but to the contrary, their sales have reduced. He says insulting President Lungu or any other office holder will not in any way improve leadership. Mr. Lusambo said media houses must be responsible in their reporting because they are scaring away investors from the country. Zambia National Farmers Union, ZNFU, says farmers are finding it difficult to access financial services because they are perceived risky. ZNFU President Evelyn Nkuleka says the challenge has negatively affected the growth of farming business, stating that there is limited financial support from financial institutions. Speaking at the policy workshop for the ZNFU Farm Risk Management for Africa project held in Lusaka, Ms. Nkuleka appealed to government and the private sector to design a well-organized commodity marketing system. And speaking at the same workshop, Agriculture Minister Given Lubinda says government will welcome suggestions regarding policy options. We're now taking our second break. Stay with us if you can for other interesting stories coming up.
What makes the new Yo-Yo Chipsy so unique? 100% natural ingredients. Nothing artificial. Just a pure experience of freshness. Potato chips. We know you'll love them.
Mom, can I help you to cook?
No. Remember what I always tell you? Wash your hands.
Okay.
Wow.
Dad, this is a germ-free zone. Go wash your hands.
Good personal hygiene is important at all times. That's why medical experts recommend Romeo Plus medicated soap. It eradicates over 97% of harmful germs. Healthy families use Romeo Plus medicated soap. Romeo Plus medicated soap. Love, care, protect.
Shake, 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 shake and
delicious and healthy for you and your family. Nutrition identity, your food's tasty, yeah.
Yonsuna yowama yotelela mushi ilina mafleva yosiyana yonsemi ya bwino anso ipasa mpamvu kosataya ndawi yesa shake and see yokumwana banjana anzako osipasako ambuye na makolo ako ilimbisa tu ikondwesa ana kosataya ndawi yesa shake and see.
Shake and sip when fresh meets fruity.
Welcome back now in foreign news. Boko Haram have abducted at least 2,000 women and girls since the start of 2014, according to rights group Amnesty International. A report published by the organization on Wednesday says many of those captured have been forced into sexual slavery and trained to fight for the group. The group based its finding on nearly 200 witness accounts, including with 28 people who escaped from the armed group, which recently had a pledge of allegiance accepted by the Islamic State of Iraq. The publication of the report coincides with 1-year anniversary of the mass abduction by Boko Haram of hundreds of schoolgirls from the northeastern town of Chibok. The Saudi military is boosting security along the Yemeni border, moving in tanks, artillery units and border guards to counter the threat posed by Houthi fighters. The extra troops and equipment have been dispatched to the country's southwestern border, adjacent to the northern Yemeni province of Sadr, the main stronghold of Houthi fighters. The deployments come nearly 3 weeks into a Saudi-led offensive against the Houthis, who have taken control of large parts of the country. For these and other stories, we did monitor Al Jazeera in the following reports.
Saudi Arabia is boosting security along its border with Yemen as it continues to hit targets across the country. Military planes have been bombarding targets in Aden and Ib province in the south of Yemen. Mohammed Val is following developments near the Saudi-Yemeni border.
It's very clear that Saudi Arabia is not willing to take any chances in this war. They want to protect their border because to them one of the main objectives of the campaign in Yemen is to make sure Saudi Arabia is not affected by the conflict in Yemen, of course, aside from helping the legitimate president Abdrabbuh Mansour Hadi return to power and expelling the Houthis from Sana'a.
In Iraq, security forces have stepped up attempts to take back territory from ISIL fighters in the western province of Anbar. Both sides are claiming they've made gains in the strategic area which borders Syria, Saudi Arabia and Jordan. The man in charge of the global coalition against ISIL has told Al Jazeera it could take years to defeat the group. But retired U.S. General John Allen says the U.S. and its allies will continue to fight until it has won. In Nigeria, campaigners are demanding the return of over 200 schoolgirls kidnapped in Chibok 1 year ago. They put tape over their mouths during a silent march. It's meant to symbolize the silent voices of the abducted schoolgirls. More anti-government protesters are expected in Guinea's capital, Conakry. Police opened fire on demonstrators on Monday and at least 8 people were shot. Protesters are calling for President Alpha Condé to step down. They're angry over the timing of elections and the lack of security in Guinea. A reserve police officer from the U.S. state of Oklahoma has been charged with second-degree manslaughter after he shot and killed a black man during a botched arrest. Police say he mistakenly fired his handgun instead of a taser. U.S. Senator Marco Rubio has announced he will seek the Republican nomination for president. He's the latest to join the presidential race and the youngest at 43 years of age. In Brazil, thousands of dead fish have been washing up on the banks of a lake in Rio de Janeiro. Officials say it's because recent rains cooled the water. Olympic rowing and canoeing events are meant to be held on the lake in 2016.
finally, in sports. Exodus Boxing Promotion is running a shortfall of 240,000 kwacha ahead of a Catherine versus Sandra Almeida fight in the Women International Boxing Championship. Speaking during a press briefing, Exodus Boxing Finance Director Jonathan Chilonda says so far only 360,000 kwacha has been raised for the tournament. He says the match has been sponsored by Zesco together with the Golden Bridge Hotel, which will cover the expenses for Esther Piri during her preparations for the match. And Superior Milling Managing Director Peter Cotton says he is happy that his company has once again come on board to sponsor Esther Piri. Esther's coach and finance director has since called for help from sponsors to be able to meet the required budget for the fight.
We have is 600,000 kwacha, and so far we've raised 360 kwacha, which means we have a shortfall on our budget of about 240,000 kwacha. Our main sponsors for this tournament is Zesco, which through our arrangement also being co-sponsored by Superior Milling, of which we have our MD here, Mr. Peter Cotton, who will be coming to probably elaborate more on that. Also, here the host, Best Western Hotel, Osaka Grant, that have also come in with a package of about 50,000 kwacha to make sure that we successfully hold this tournament.
Of May, when the fight takes place, to give them that extra power and energy with our Malili products, our sugar, our salt, our rice, our flour, and our mini meal products, just to name a few. And that'll give Esther the extra energy in her punch so that she can definitely punch Sandra Almeida out of the ring and regain her WEBA title.
And as we conclude the news, we now take a look at what made the headlines. About 50 people injured in an accident in Chiwambo district. Voter apathy characterizes Chawama by-election. YWCA concerned with escalating numbers of early pregnancies in Zambia. And in foreign news, at least 2,000 women abducted by Boko Haram. That will do for our news. Thank you so much for your time. And this has been Daniel Tonga. Bye-bye for now.
Works.
Mom, this boy is a handful.
As if you were any different.
Then what about a memory? A lifetime of stories. Wash away the dirt and not the memories with Boom Bubble Plus washing powder.
Let the memories fade away.
Boom, and the dirt is gone.
The big day, everybody, and tonight we'll witness history in the making, y'all. Maki 2 all the way from Kukopala versus Slapdizzle and Nizzle.
Here's what you all been missing. Monster flows, fire flows, munga mu kitchen. Flavor ikupa sokangiwa panga decision. Bigger than us, me and you and the mission.
Down Biggie Man International, you man got see ever they have to know. Nobody on the corner got swagger like us, but yeah, the one is bigger than us.
This moment is bigger than us.
Is bigger than us.
Both of us, me and you, is bigger than us. Bigger than us.
Monster Pops are not just big, they're monster big. Try out our Wacky Fusion, Magic Forest, Tongue Painter, and Black Forests. Monster Pops, the biggest pop in town.
You see, I have never fought with a lion. I have never hunted through the forest in pursuit of food. But I do have the fighting spirit. Because for decades, my people fought for freedom. And in 1964, we won. I love to do the Fwemba, the Kalela, the Kwasa Kwasa. I wear Chitenge. So does my girlfriend. I eat crisps, not crisps. I love Nsima, Kapenta, Chihuahua, Delele. I'm Josh, and I'm proud to be Zambian.
iConnect, celebrating 50 years of Zambia's independence. Hashtag OnlyFazed. iConnect, make it happen.
It starts with a single seed. Patience. Dedication. Attention to detail.
I'ma sip it up. Everybody sipping, I'ma sip my hell.
It's here. I'ma sip my hell. Eat well, drink well, feel good.
Hey girl, what's your name? Let me talk to you for just a minute. Where you live and what you like to do?
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
Okay, I'm just trying to get with someone real cause you look so free. So let's chill, have a drink with a guy like me.
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
A quality product from Californian Beverages.
Potato sticks, freaky fries. Get that awesome crunch. Fun. Style. Freshness. Great taste. It's here. It's fun. It looks cool. And it tastes great. Are you ready?
Shake, 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 shake and sip.
Introducing Shake and Sip, the new irresistibly smooth fruity milk.
Would you wear all your favorite hats at the same time? Well, we wouldn't either. That is why we suggest you use only what you need. Switch off all electrical appliances and lights in unused rooms. Remember, use only what you need and save power today. Switch and save. Zesco, powering the nation.